Hey, welcome, my crypto comics compatriots. Welcome to Creating Comics with me. I'm your host, Matt Russell, or AKA M. Scott Russell. Today, we're actually going to be joined by Joe Spicer from Starcross Comics. So, we got a lot of really awesome stuff today. What we'll be doing is we're actually going to go over character design. So, yeah, Joe, how's it going?
Hey, it's going great. Sorry, I'm at a hotel right now, so I really pray that their Wi-Fi is solid. And there's also a thunderstorm going on outside, so we 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 don't have a lot of luck going on right now. So let's just hope everyone can hear me in real time and see me, and I don't freeze up or lose you. If I do, I'll try to get back on right away.
All right. So Joe, let me pull up your comic here.
Cool.
Your account is cryptocomics.com/u/ Joe Spicer. So people can actually go in there and
Mm-hmm.
actually sign up under you. And you have some
Yeah,
really awesome comics here. I love them. I love
thank
them.
you.
Okay,
Thank
so
you.
the one I wanted to
Yeah, we have a
talk.
wide variety.
Oh yeah. Now you do. Oh, let me go back here. Okay, you actually do just about everything. I mean, from coming up with the stories,
Yeah,
the
I've lettered people's books, I've colored people's books, I draw my own, and I've inked other people's stuff. I've written other people's stories, so I help out where they need it, but then I do my own books too.
yeah, it's awesome. Jack of all trades. I love that. So we're actually specifically talking
Right.
about the character designs today, and I wanted to show off this one and ask you a few questions about it. So let's see. Um, yeah, what can you tell us about? I mean, just starting off, this one that you have right here on the cover. It's awesome. Really cool character design. Kind of what inspired that?
Which one do you have on? Because right now I just see all the books on the screen.
Okay, it's the Global
I
Order
guess I'm not
Decree
I'm not seeing what
51.
you're seeing.
Okay,
Yes. Oh, there we go. I see it now. Yeah, that's Starstruck. He's the main character. I think I made him up in high school back in 96. So that's
okay,
how old of a character is. And he's gone through a lot of different incarnations. But he is basically half angel, half human. He's a Nephilim, and he's one of the mighty men of old from when the angels came down and mated with human women back in Genesis. And he is actually a new Nephilim. The Antichrist captured an angel, and one of his scientists, he made mate with them, and then this grew this character Starstruck in a laboratory. And the first issue is him in that laboratory. It's a government complex, and he is being tortured or having tests done on him. And he can't get out of this is the only thing he's ever known. And what happens through course of events, he escapes. The power grid goes down temporarily for a few seconds, and he's able to break free. There's a reason the power grid went down, and that's explained in the next issue that's almost done. And he escapes, and it's his escape. He gets outside, and it's kind of a world that has a lot of sci-fi elements to it. It's a smart city,
hmm,
so it's kind of like a smart city where everything is operated, overseen. And the Antichrist, Armenian Horn, he rules there. And Starstruck escapes. He was going to be their weapon. They were going to make an army of super soldiers like him.
okay,
So he escapes. Uh, there's a few characters that are revealed in the next issue that played a pivotal part behind the scenes. They were helping him escape. You just think it may have been an accident, but they explain how it happened. And he escapes and he encounters some of the security forces in the city. He encounters one of the head agents. And this agent actually is possessed by two demons that manifest in his hands. So just think of if Venom was in somebody's hands, and they're like, there's a pretty cool character named Pan. That's him right there. And so he has to fight Pan in this one. He'll be a recurring character, and then he escapes barely, but there's a twist at the end where you're like, whoa, now what's going on? So that's revealed in the next issue. And then there's a little character file right there. There's some things blocked out, which are his real name and his real origin, because that'll be a
comics. That's
pivotal reason. Yeah. So it's blocked out, but soon you'll know, and it actually affects other storylines too. And you're like, oh wait, okay. So what was he doing before he was an agent? Who was he? What was he involved in? You're like, oh wow, that's weird. So that would be its own story. So a lot of secrets. Usually my stories have a lot of underlining. It'll be like action, and then something will drop, and you're like, oh, what does that mean? And then the next issue, I'll reveal that, but then there'll be another mystery, and then there'll be action. It's the stuff I like. I like mystery and I like action. So
all right. So I noticed you have a lot of the reds, whites, and blacks here. Very powerful color company.
Yeah.
Was like how much?
Yeah, that wasn't right. So that was a choice for this book. My other books, I'll use all purples.
Okay. All right. And so he's got this.
Okay.
Cool,
I lost you for a second.
Oh, sorry. He's got this pretty cool looking tattoo. And then we see it again on the symbol on his collar and on his shoulder.
Yeah, that's a good observation. So everyone in Babylon City has that mark on their forehead, and that's how you access doors, food, merchandise, anything you want. You need that mark on your forehead, and that's how everything is monitored. So the people who don't have that, they are kind of in an underground resistance, and Starstruck does not have that, and some of the other rebellion, they're actually called the Scribe. They don't have that either. But that's how the city is controlled, and it's kind of outstretching to other cities around the world too, where they're upgrading. Where like everybody gets an iPhone, everybody's getting these smart cities, but to access them, it solves like hunger issues and medical or clothing and everything, but it's actually controlled by the Antichrist. But he's like the most popular guy around in the world right now. So nobody knows the evil things he's doing behind the scenes.
Okay.
So yeah, everyone's going to have that mark except the good guys, basically.
Okay. So over here on chat, we have Amy Fraser. Howdy. Let me see. Toxic says, saw you guys notification box and came so quick. So good to have you here, Toxic. How's it going? Gotta live dangerously. All right. I love it.
Nice.
And damn. Yep. There's really awesome designs. I love it. Okay. So what kind of thought process goes into actually designing
Thanks for coming, guys.
So what kind of a thought process?
Yeah. So I'm gonna
pandemonium.
Sure. Well, it's funny because I try to base personalities on people I know. So he was actually based off one of my friends. And his name kind of, in a way, sounds like his name. And the personality, because you don't want every character that you create to be you. Maybe one of the characters is you, but then, you don't want you don't want every like female character to be the same female character. So there's actually an issue too. Most of the scribe characters that are the rebels, they're like 90% women characters, but they're all different. They're not the same personality wise or look wise at all. And so you want to kind of say, okay, well, this guy, what's he like? What's his personality? So Pan is, he's cocky, he's overconfident, he's a jerk. But for some reason, and this is one of the many mysteries in the book, he kind of doesn't want to necessarily kill Starstruck, and he's kind of coaching him along. And you're like, what's up with that? I mean, this guy is a bad guy. What's going on with that? And there's a reason for that. That's not like a writing error. And Starstruck, he's actually, I mean, he's lived most of his life in a laboratory, and he's kind of naive, but he's also ridiculously strong. So when he is scared and he attacks somebody, I mean, he just like splits them in half because he's so strong and he doesn't understand. But he also has to grow in motivation, and that's the first time he escapes, and those guards used to torture him. So when he breaks out, they start shooting at him, and he rushes them, and he pretty much rips them apart. But he didn't even, it's not like he consciously wanted to do that. It was kind of like he just lashed out and then eradicated everyone. But I'm influenced by a lot of old school anime that I grew up on, so that stuff usually like stuck in my head. I'm influenced by 90s comics that I grew up on. I'm influenced by different movies, different types of characters. And this character is, my first character I created when I was in sophomore high school. So, and that was back in, 94 or something like that, 95 or something like that. And, he didn't look exactly like this. Obviously, I didn't draw as well back then, and the costumes weren't as complicated. And I actually, I think his costume was based off of this really old painting that I saw. And it was just somebody in like a robe, and it was blue. And then it had these lines that it didn't zig up like that, but it kind of went through, and then below was white. And I said, that's a cool color combination. So I started working on a costume. I redesigned his costume to look like this. And, I always liked gauntlets forever. I've liked gauntlets and stuff like that. So that goes on there. And, I saw a pair of gloves that were white on the inside and blue on the back. I said, that's a cool contrast. So I said, I definitely have to change his gloves to that. So that's just, it kind of was a culmination of all the things I like.
Okay.
And the color combination, it was an old, I mean, I have it. I don't know if I can pull it up right now for you guys, but it was an old aeronautics poster from back in the 40s, I think. And it had that pale blue, it had that gold, and then it had obviously white, and it had a little bit of red here and there. I said, those colors are so awesome. And I said, I'm going to do my whole comic in those colors. And it was an old advertisement for it was like a propeller plane. And those were the colors. And I said, that would be cool to do a whole book in those colors. And those were already his colors anyways. I just paled everything down, and I wanted the red of the blood to like really catch your attention. So I said, those are the colors I'm going to use.
All right. So I did notice something that like I really loved on this picture over here, the cover. You actually, if you zoom in, you added a really cool texture. It just reminds me of like the superheroes that you see in the movies today.
Yes. Exactly. So cool. Exactly. They started doing that in the Man of Steel movie. I think they were little like S shields or something, and then they did it in another movie.
That was Superman Returns.
Was it Spider-Man?
Yeah, Spider-Man did it.
Yeah, where you zoom in and the texture was all this like little beehive texture or something. And I found I had this texture in my Photoshop, and I started adding it, and it wasn't easy because it like only shows in the dark spots. So I said, I always wanted, it added like some more realism in it. I don't do it always because a lot of times you're not even going to see it anyways. But when it's big enough, I throw it on there. So, I don't know. most people don't notice that. So that was a good eye on that.
So, Toxic says that's pretty cool. I could never. Well, Toxic, that is what this show is all about. It's teaching you how to do it. So you will be able to. Just keep up the practice. Then he says he's also playing Fall Guys and watching us. So thank you again. All right. So you actually, you said you wanted to help us design some characters. Let me kind of go into
Sure.
take a second. So as the fans know, what we're doing is we're actually teaching everybody how to create a comic from the ground up. We've been incorporating the ideas that have come in from chat. So keep up the chat, guys. You will be listed as a creator if you want to help contribute. So our story so far. Let me go down here to. Okay, basically the story outline is we have some astronauts who end up in a alternate dimension where they actually meet the deities from like the Greek mythology and stuff like that. So they go to a land where this is actually real for them. So we have 3 astronauts. We have, oh, scroll past the first one. So we have Yuasuke from Japan, who is the mission specialist. We have Brian, who's mission commander / pilot. And we have Alex, who is the payload specialist from Greece. So, who would you like to work on today?
Well, I'm thinking because we talked about 2 characters, right? So I was going to draw one of the astronauts. I was thinking there was one guy. He was kind of like what they say. He was kind of like a football player type guy, right?
Brian, yes.
Brian.
Okay.
And then I was going to draw. I don't know if I can say. Is it secret?
It's up to you. No, it's not secret.
Oh, okay. Then I was going to try drawing Poseidon at the same time.
Ooh, okay.
And then hey, if I'm going really fast, I'll draw the other 2. Maybe I was thinking I might montage them together. Does it matter?
Nope, it's totally up to you.
Okay. I'm just going to go and see how far I get. I mean, if I get all of them drawn, if I get them inked, if I get them colored, I'm not going to like rush to get it colored. But if it's going fast and I get to that stage, I don't know. I usually don't time myself. I just go.
Okay. All right.
If I screen share, let me know. Let me know if it works. I'm going to hit screen share. Okay, and I'm going to go here, and hopefully you can still hear me when I do this. So, oh wait, Chrome has a bug that can cause screen sharing crash. It's rare, but if it happens, you might want to use Firefox. So I'm going to do it anyways. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do this. Do you see something?
Not yet.
Let me know when you see something.
Okay.
Do you see it?
No.
Am I there? Share.
Do you see at the bottom where it says share screen?
Yep, I hit that.
Okay. So then it'll give you a warning. Go ahead and hit the share screen.
How about now?
There we go.
How about now?
There we go. Oh, okay.
So I was coloring a page right here. This is for my new book, Biblical Proportions.
Mm-hmm.
So Starstruck is also in this story. So there's a little something I was working on. But I'm going to open up a new...
So you're using Clip Studio.
That's right. That's right.
Is there a reason that you actually prefer this one over something like Photoshop or Procreate or anything like that?
Yeah. Well, this has I mean, this has the lettering ready to go. This has the coloring. It responds better to my pen tool.
Okay.
And what happens is, I use Photoshop for drawing and everything, for coloring and everything, because I know how to use it so well, but not necessarily. Hey, hon, if you get anything to drink, okay.
All right. Let me jump here and chat real quick. We have,
but Photoshop. I mean, that was my go-to forever.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Clip Studio came, I started working on it, and only until recently did I actually kind of master it. You know, where I learned how to use the tools.
Okay. All right. So we have Epic. Something interesting I want to find out is how you come up with readable but unique panel layouts. Now, Epic, that is something we're going to cover in a later show. We're going to dedicate that specifically to panel layouts and actually present quite a few different ones. Then we have Daryl from TCT Comics, man. Morning, friends. Daryl, are you just waking up? Jeez, greasy. Okay. It looks like we've lost Joe here. So we'll go back to chat. This is from Fry. We need a soundtrack from some sweet, sweet montage action. Yes, we do. Hello. How are you doing? So far, you haven't missed much. We're just going through and actually just starting on designing a character. So far, what we've done is we've come up with the character descriptions and come up with a general plot. So, and in further shows, we're actually going to be breaking down more stuff like actually pacing in a comic, just everything. So yeah, it'll be fun. All right. And Toxic is saying, hey, Fry. Okay. Oh, then there's just this long conversation between Toxic and Fry. All right. So what software do you use? So far, when we're coming up with the character descriptions and anything like that, it is typically a just any writing program. I'm currently using Google Docs just to make it easy, so I could share it out to multiple people and stuff like that. In the past, I've used Microsoft Word, but Joe is actually going through and using Clip Studio. So, all right, Fry. Why don't you hop on in and join us if you'd like? Okay, so we did lose Joe for a minute. He is currently in a hotel using the hotel Wi-Fi. He's traveling a little bit with family, so got to give him a little bit of leeway there. So we are experiencing a little bit of technical difficulties while we try to get him back. Let me message him real quick.
Someone said my name 3 times.
What's up, Fry? How's it going?
What's going on, man?
All right.
What happened to Joe? Where'd Joe go?
Yeah, he's using that hotel Wi-Fi, and everyone's
Ooh,
hey,
that'll do it.
yeah, when you're on
Will
vacation.
do it.
So let's
Oh,
see.
look at the comment from this handsome devil. Oh yeah.
All right.
What's going on? What I miss?
So far,
What's up?
not a whole lot. We've actually gone through his comic, God, which is
So that was looking pretty rad.
dude, yeah, it's an awesome. I love the designs in it. Like, let me share.
The design of your face.
Oh, even my mom doesn't like the design of my face.
Ooh, that says a lot. She made it.
So yeah, we're going through some of the designs for the main characters, and I absolutely love this one. It's just such a cool picture. And then let's see.
That is really cool. I'd be very interesting in learning more about how Joe uses lighting effects.
Yeah,
How he maps that out. That's always interesting to me in his books. It's got like a very vibrant lighting element to everything that he does.
Yeah.
I dig that. Oh, so what is up? What is going on in here? Joe Fraser in chat says, I will say Procreate is like magic. It is.
I love Procreate. I have never actually used Clip Studio, which is what Joe uses. So I'm more of the Procreate guy. So
Clip Studio is pretty sweet. Device dependent though is one thing I've noticed with that. If you got something like a Surface Book, something like that, with a Microsoft Pen, it works really, really well. Wacom tablet also, of course, works really well with it. But Procreate, man, it's one of those things where, God, it just does everything so well. You know what I mean? I dig it. Oh, look at this. Toxic. Fry, don't tell anyone, but you're my favorite. Oh. That is awesome. Epic says, I draw with Critic because I'm cheap. There is nothing wrong with that at all.
Amen.
Whatever tools are at your disposal, man. As long as you're making art, that's what really matters.
Yeah.
Did you show off the new video yet? I didn't see you show the new video.
I didn't. I did the countdown, and that was it.
Homie.
You know what? Show it now.
I don't know. I feel like I'm just taking over your show. Okay, I'll show it.
Oh, no. That's awesome.
I like it. I like it.
Now, you went through what, 2-3 computers building that thing?
Feels like it. Not that one video.
All right, so Joe says he's trying to join again. Let's see.
Nice, Joe. I'm just here to keep the sex appeal of the show up until you return. I'm failing at that, aren't I? All right, let's see. Nobody's... Oh.
Epic promo.
Hey, thanks, nobody. Nobody else who said, hey, you realize that your name says Fry, not supposed to crash this show. Did it? Does it? Oh. I have some fun with my name tag sometimes.
You should see when we get Jared on here and he doesn't realize we're starting to mess with him.
We have some fun with that. Amy says, thanks for putting Frantic Froggy in there. Yeah, I probably should have asked Amy before I did that. Yeah. I don't ask for permission from Amy. I just go, hey, I'm using you for marketing stuff. So what's going on, chat?
Yeah.
Chat, come on. What are you guys working on tonight? Somebody's got to be working on something. Let's hear it. Let's look at it. Let's check these out.
Yeah.
Anybody seen any cool new Kickstarters? That's what I want to know.
Ooh. Love me some Kickstarters.
So let's see what else we do. We made a giant t-shirt order today. So if anybody in chat won a t-shirt in the last couple of weeks, your shirt is on the way.
Nice.
So that's cool. I went to make Matt some new business cards, but decided he doesn't need them because he doesn't ever use them. Got a couple of new shirt designs put together. You did a what?
I say, you always say that, but I use them all the time.
When?
I hand them out all the time.
Oh. Epic says working on Instagram art. That's pretty cool.
Oh.
Very cool.
Pictures. We want to see it.
Amy says, no need to ask. I'm honored. We're all going to remember you said that. Finish Daughter of a Witch, ready for art. Oh, you finished the book. Gotcha. I was like,
okay,
bro, right on. You're gonna have to get the rest of your team on that. Get that art done. Nobody says I wouldn't know. Sadly, I haven't been able to check lately. Wouldn't know what? Am I missing something? I feel like I'm disconnected. Sorry, guys. I wasn't planning on being on a stream.
Well, they just jump in and say they're doing fan art, so.
Oh, doing fan art for request for TikTok before it possibly shuts down. Get it in there. Get it in there. Net neutrality is a very big deal to us. Get it in there. Give people something to look at. Something to enjoy. So let's see. What should we do? How about show off some of Joe Spizer's work in the system?
I would.
While we're waiting.
Yeah. Okay. Let me.
Oh, nobody says, nobody's illusion. I'm going to start saying that way. I'm not just saying nobody says this. Illusion says, I wouldn't know about Kickstarter. Kickstarter's awesome. You should go check it out. We got some cool stuff on there, especially for indie creators.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at that sweet, sweet, sweet comic book. I said a bad word there. I'm trying not to do that. Not allowed to cuss on this show. So I try my best not to. But what Matt doesn't realize is that Fry does what Fry wants.
He does. He really does. I love the look of some of these. I mean, just the characters alone.
The glow. Yeah, the glow is rad. Very cool.
The color scheme, just so awesome.
That is way rad.
It's weird, but I even like this whole edge to it. When I start to actually look at a comic, I mean, I'll really just dive in there and be like, oh, I love this, and I love, this aspect and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that sketched edge is really cool. We're definitely going to be using that on his next shirt design. For sure.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta have some fun with it.
And the line work in Michael right here. I mean, look at this. Just that glow. I love it.
That is way cool.
And this weird, half glove thing, it's so cool looking.
Amy says, check out Tommy the Tapeworm. We do need to. We need to check out Tommy the Tapeworm. That book's badass. Epic says, so vibrant. Very, very much so.
Oh, yeah.
Much. And then Illusion comes back to say, dang, I might have to start fan arting the Epic series on Crypto Comics. What do you mean, might? Do it. Go.
Yeah.
What's up, my man?
Some fan art. Hey, Joe's back. How's it going, Joe?
Hey, can you hear me? I'm so
We
sorry.
can.
I was drawing and talking, and then I kind of looked, and it said you're no longer online. And I was like, wait, what happened? So I tried to get back on, and nothing was happening. So I shut down the computer, restarted it twice, and I said, okay, maybe Chrome, because it said something about Chrome, which is what I was using, and now I'm using, I don't know, whatever the other one is,
Firefox.
and it seemed to be smoother. So
Nice.
Okay.
Good
at least I
deal.
kept trying.
Well, Joe, it's dang good to see you. I'm going to bounce off so that you guys can have a conversation about creating books without me interrupting and being a nuisance. But look forward to seeing you on the spotlight on Friday, man. It's going to be fun.
Thanks for coming in and filling in or helping.
It's what I do. All right. Later, everybody.
All right. See you, Fry. So, what Fry was actually saying was, Joe, you're going to do a spotlight interview with Jared on Friday. Isn't that right? I believe it is at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time.
That's right. Hopefully, we won't have these same problems because I'm going to be at the same place that I'm at right now.
Well,
actually, whatever I'm on, I was using Chrome before, and it did not like this. But I'm on Microsoft Edge, which I never use, and your screen is smoother, mine is smoother, so I think we're in business.
All right.
I'm going to go back into screen share.
Microsoft Edge was smooth, so okay. All right. Let's see. Now, last we were talking with you about Clip Studio. You were saying that you're finally like really proficient with all the tools and stuff like that.
That's right. Now I got to start her up again.
Okay.
So I just realized it wasn't started up because I had to shut everything down.
All right.
So hopefully we start up any second. The lettering is so much easier in it because everything is right there. I mean, you just start typing, you grab one of the word bubbles and you just drag it right around and boom, you're ready to go. And you grab a tail and you just drag it down, boom, done. I mean, before you had to create it and it was too much. This is so easy. It's just so much faster.
All right, let's see. So, yeah, it looks like nobody said they'll be right back. They're liking the Instagram, so thank you. Oh, no!
Well, hold on. That's weird. Let me stop sharing. Let me get it going here. Okay, it's starting up. It's starting up. We'll get it going here. I probably should have started this up before I came to you guys, but I wanted to jump in real quick and tell you I was back. Okay, I'm going to open up a new document. Okay. 8. I'm going to open this. 11. Okay. All right, now I'm going to share. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to show share. Share. Okay. Do you see my screen?
Yes, we do. Yes,
okay, let's get back into this. Okay. So I'm going to grab a pencil.
Just a reminder for everybody, right now he's actually designing 2 characters for this upcoming comic. By the way, we haven't decided on a name for the comic yet, so by all means, everybody jump in on the chat and give us a name. All right, now back to you, Joe. What exactly are you doing right now? Joe, can you hear us? Okay. Hey, Joe.
How about now?
Yeah, we
How
can
about
hear you
now?
now.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now? Oh, I think I bumped my mute button for a second.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
All right.
So what
So,
right now I'm just putting out a humanoid shape, and
mhm.
he's wearing a puffy spacesuit, so that'll just come into play later. I was gonna have him looking up. I'm wondering if I should change that. Thinking maybe, let's see, maybe he's got his hand up. Maybe I was thinking, I was talking about, maybe I'm getting ahead of myself, but putting giving your character personality, giving them something that isn't typical. Something like a backstory, something that they'd be holding, something that's precious to them, or something, to make them a little different. But I kind of started pulling that back because I realized people were coming up with storylines for these characters.
Well, you can still add whatever you'd like.
Yeah, but back, about storyline creations, it's like you want to like have like a like maybe I think he has a daughter, so maybe he has like her little like beads or something that he carries, and maybe they're like planets or something because he's an astronaut, and maybe that's what his daughter said to hold on to while he's gone,
I love
and
that idea.
yeah, and I don't usually go with like set designs. I usually just create it because you can do anything in your world, like Bob Ross says, it's your little world, so you can make it however you want.
Nice.
So I'm just kind of trying to build some shapes here and see what we got going on. So his face would be like around here, but I was gonna do like maybe like some intercom things. So this is just a really ugly sketch. I'm just kind of placing things. I wanted to do a weird like alienish dome thing because I don't like doing things standard because it's more of a chance that you're doing it wrong. And
Okay.
and usually they have those little face things that go around there the inside of the shielding of the bubble here. I know they're like puffy, but I'm kind of doing my own thing too. Maybe some kind of planet symbol or something here, and then they kind of puff out real big like this. Might be kind of. And they got those. There's probably like a belt thing here or something. Um, it's weird when you got puffy people. But I was thinking he's kind of looking here, and I was kind of bring out the other guy kind of here, coming out with like his hand here or whatever. So this is just the imprint. I was going to throw a couple other astronauts down here looking up. But so this is just kind of like a little placeholder, and then that's just going to be like my little sketch here. And then I might go in now. I might go in with like let's see, how's this looking? Yes, it's all right. So now this is going to be like my secondary pencils. So this is not my inks, but it'll look like
Mhm.
ink. But so I'll just kind of be placing some kind of, so this isn't final or anything. This is just like putting some finer marks. I was thinking because he's seeing like these god beings that I was going to say like, maybe he's like entranced and his eyes are like shining, not because he has power, but just because of what he's witnessing is kind of like taking over. Let's see what we got here. Something like um but I'm just going to play around with different shapes here. And again, these are not my inks. This is just kind of defining things a little easier for me. He's kind of looking up. And I don't know if there's a thing here. I think there's like maybe a speaker of some sort here.
Oh wow, yeah, a lot of thought is going into this.
Themselves. I think some guy like threw up in his suit, and he had to use this itching device, or maybe he didn't throw up, but it was something like that, or he had some kind of eye irritation or something, but he couldn't touch his face. Now that would make me go nuts if I
Oh
if I
yeah.
could do that. But I guess there's a little rubbing thing that you can access. This is glass, but so a lot of times I'll use reference, but I kind of just figured I would just make some stuff up. So sometimes it'll be like, again, so you can put put grids here, because this is gonna get like inked over anyways. Whoop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a lot of accessible, helpful things in this program, but sometimes I bump into them when I don't want to. I'm not wearing my glove. You don't have to wear a glove, but a lot of times it'll stop you from bumping into those other icons, and they pop out when you don't want them to.
Yeah, I just ended up having to get a glove for myself just because
Exactly.
I ran into that problem so many times. Now, I love the fact that you really, really have a great understanding of just the human anatomy. And I mean,
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
well, how did you?
You know, different techniques, different people. I mean, I think I like a lot of things like there's a lot of artists that break things down, like I'd say um why can't I think of his name? He's one of he did Batman the animated series. I'm sorry, I'm having a brain. Bruce Timm. He does a lot of good hand breakdowns. I learned hands from him. I mean, I grew up on Rob Liefeld, so you got to watch it, So it's like a lot of things I was like, anything goes, anything goes, you can do anything. This is going to be like a computer panel or something. So I'm just laying stuff in a little darker, a little easier to see. I was thinking he's kind of like, it's almost like what was that movie? The space movie. With the space baby. Why am I?
The space baby.
I don't think I can think and draw at the same time.
I'm just trying to.
A Space Odyssey.
Which one?
Space Odyssey.
Oh, that space baby. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
like an actual baby in like an astronaut suit or something. So I was like, what?
Hey, that's crazy. We actually have a character that is a baby in a space costume. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. He's not out yet. He was in a story that we're doing. It was one of our creators' stories, and I won't even say his name because he's not out yet, but he's got a cool name. And he's like a baby who went into space, and he just he's like got an adult mind now, but he isn't. He's a baby in a spacesuit. Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Boss baby kind of thing.
Boss baby. I haven't seen that yet. Is it good?
It's actually pretty funny. It
is
really
it?
Is. Oh yeah.
Well, we call my son Boss Baby because he's always bossing people around. And I'm like, I don't know if the movie's anything like my son, but if it is, he's Boss Baby for sure.
That's awesome.
Sometimes I try to go in opposite directions when I am drawing another character here. So I was thinking I'm gonna get into more detail if I have time. I'm gonna go details in the inks, but I'm gonna try to just kind of get everything laid out quick. So I was thinking, I never like doing something that's already been done before because everyone you're not going to make a better Superman than Superman. You're not going to make a better Batman than Batman. So don't do that. So I'm like thinking like you think of Poseidon, you think of all these other versions of him from Disney to other movies. So I just tried to say, well, what aren't they doing? I don't know. So I was thinking dreadlocks.
Oh wow.
Really tight. Again, this is sketchy, but really tight coils that are just like, kind of really really tangled and everything. And another thing I was thinking was fish hooks. And I was thinking, so what if he's in the ocean per se, and what if, everybody who's fishing and fishing for, fish and everything, and all these fish hooks get hooked on him and he's just covered in fish hooks. And I was thinking like almost like they're piercings or something, like he's got like he's got his big lips and there's like a fish hook right in his lip, and it's like, and then there's like one like, under his eye or whatever, and it's like in his or right here, like all these fish hooks are just stabbed into him and he's like it's like a piercing, but it's also like he just wears them normally too.
That's actually a really cool idea. I've never thought about that.
Yeah, I mean, I try to come up with something that hasn't been done. So, I see a lot of people, they'll make some cool characters and they'll say, but then they just start doing what's been done already. And I just don't like that. I'd rather something be really weird, but that hasn't been done before, even if it's, but I know they're scared because they're like, well, I know what people like. People like Batman, so I'm going to do a Batman. And it's like, but don't do that because there's already Batman.
Speaking of that, over on chat, JR has been talking for a while. He's first off said that he's watching Hurricane, but this is just as good. Thank you. We are just as good as a Denzel Washington movie. I love that. Then he also says, like, that's, oh, nice, like your drawings. And then he goes on to say that Owlman is a better Batman.
Owlman's pretty cool.
I do like Owlman, but I love me some Batman. In fact,
wait, which Owlman are we talking about?
I was thinking Owlman from The Watchmen, which was actually
Isn't that Night Owl? Is that Night Owl? Isn't he Night Owl?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Did he mean Night Owl? Is that what he meant?
Oh, Owlman is the what is it? The one, the Ultraman universe.
Oh wow. Okay. I guess
Yeah, my bad. Yeah,
I'm not 100% familiar. I just thought I knew what you guys were talking about. No. I mean, I like Night Owl from Watchmen.
Yeah, I was mistaken. I got Owlman and Night Owl.
Wait, isn't there a Night Owl from? Aren't they part of the Injustice Society? Isn't it Injustice? Yeah, he's the alternate Batman from the other universe where they're all villains. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Oh no, did I lose you guys?
Nope, we're right here.
I hope not.
Nope, we're good. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, we're still good. Hello, Joe? Joe, can you hear me? All right. Well, while we try to get Joe back, let's move over here into chat. Let's see. Oh, there's a lot of stuff. Way to go, Fry. Accidental bump. Yeah. Space baby. Okay. And then I want to party with Poseidon. That is a really cool design that he's doing. I love that. Let's see. Batman of an alternate universe. Yep. Joe was right. I was wrong. I was thinking Night Owl. He was right. But yeah, Owlman and the Watchman is also awesome. Hey, we can, yeah, we see you.
Awesome.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just going through chat right now. And Joe. Yeah.
It's rough, man. Can you see my screen?
Let me add it to the stream, and yes. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay. So possible comic names. Let's see. Twisted Kaleidoscope. I like that. That's cool. Dire Thoughts or Overzealous Thinker. Okay.
I like kaleidoscopes.
Yeah. And then, yeah, the fishhook idea is boss. That is really cool. I do love it.
Yeah, see, it's good to have a hook, no pun intended. But you kind of want, like, let's say you're making your own Thor. Why is yours cooler than Marvel? What are you doing different? What is something that no one is doing? Do that.
Okay.
Do whatever no one is doing, because then yours is going to be more unique.
Yeah, I like that.
You don't, if everyone's doing trunks outside the pants like Superman, Batman, don't do that, because everyone's going to go, was this a DC character? Oh no, it's my character. What made you do that? Well, I like Batman, Superman, and they wear their underwear on the outside of their pants. It's like, really? That's why you're doing it? Because it's been done before? So just do something different. Maybe there's something that was always a joke with you and your friends. Do that. Maybe there's something that, you used to draw in high school. Do that. Once you grow up, still do that stuff you used to do as a kid, the characters you used to come up with, because that stuff's going to be the unique stuff. You always said, I mean, maybe some people won't like it. Maybe some people think it's dumb, but then don't just default to a Marvel and DC stuff, because that's been done. And they're either going to stay in business or they're going to close up shop. But, they're going to want to come to you for a reason. And that reason needs to be is they don't have that weird character of yours, and you do. I'm wondering, I almost want to I got to create the idea. I'm going to go like that. He's got a big forehead, so I wanted to do something. You remember those old maps that would lead you to the treasure?
Yeah.
What if he has a map all the way across his body?
It look kind of like a tattoo.
Yeah, it's like a tattoo of a map or something,
Nice. That's different. Okay.
No.
Are you still there?
Kind of something goofy. Let's see. That's yeah, I'm still there. Did I lose you?
No, the audio got a little weird. So yeah, we're still good.
Oh, got scared there for a minute. Okay, good. I mean, I've only lost you 3 times, so I wouldn't put it past you to lose you again. But
JR says he would have a fish line between the hooks and bobbles and weights, crisscrossing back and forth.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So yeah, it's kind of okay. Kind of like adornments. Yep.
A fish line, like all over the place, like.
That's cool. I mean, the fast, quick,
so they can whip around.
Looks so cool. They just add so much more dimension to them too. So.
Yeah, and you know what? If the art sucks, then go, well, it kind of sucks, but that tattoo idea is kind of cool. At least you get something, I mean, for my books, if I want something really special, I'll hire out. I usually draw my book, but I might hire a cover artist that I really like, or I might hire, like I'll color my own book, but I might hire a fancy colorist, to do my covers. Um, One, I'm really busy, but also because I just want something different that isn't mine, or I'm looking for a certain style for a certain book. Like a book's called Crazy Night. That one, it's drawn by all different artists because I know what it wanted it to look like, so I'll hire someone else that I'm a fan of. Or I have variant covers coming for my next issues of GOD. I drew the next cover, but the other covers after that are all guest covers, just because of how I wanted it to look. The covers.
Okay.
The covers.
So I noticed with Poseidon, he's got that really big build versus Brian, the astronaut.
Correct.
What kind of drew you towards the bigger build?
Well, if you're drawing a god, they're gonna be buff. Though I did actually like. I don't know if you guys saw the movie. What was it? It was with Rourke was in it. The guy who plays Henry Cavill was in that, and it was Greek gods. What was it? Immortal. Immortals.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
And they made their gods almost like supermodels, and they weren't buff, but they were like ridiculously strong. But they were almost like Calvin Klein models. But I respected that they went in such an oddball direction that you wouldn't have assumed. And like, you know what? That's actually a cool idea, because like they're supposed to be like perfect looking or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They, maybe they'd look like models. I don't know. I respected it because it was so different.
Oh yeah.
And I got used to it. I like that their helmets were all weird looking, and it wasn't typical. I'm like, good, don't do the typical. Do something completely different. So, I might not like it, but at least credit for doing something cool,
Okay. We have a question over in the chat.
Yep.
Nobody says that, it's called GOD already. No, GOD is actually Joe Spicer, his comic. It stands for Global Order Decree. So this isn't the same comic that he's designing for us right now. That one we're still.
I can see why they would confuse that. So, yeah.
I
can see why someone would link the two. I get a lot, with that. I mean, the name attracts a lot of attention, but it also attracts a lot of questions. And I'm like, no, it's actually just the call letters. The three is this global organization, and they're kind of slowly taking over the world. They're like the biggest tech company in the world, and their leader, Arnenian Horn, he is one of the greatest world leaders around. Everybody loves him, and everything he comes up with is like the greatest thing ever. But he's actually like the most evil person on the planet.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense. So yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, his organization, which makes everything, is called Global Order Decree. And those call letters are GOD.
All right. So nobody also says they should probably start reading some of these. You can get the first issue on Crypto Comics. If you go to, let me see, the cryptocomics.com/u/Joe Spicer, you'll be able to see a link to the comic, or you can actually pick it up. Where else can you pick them up, Joe?
StarCrossComics.com. That's our home base. That's where we release everything. We actually have a Kickstarter going right now for a new book, which is which is The Killer of Kings, #2. And you can get #1 at the same time. But it's a really cool book. We met our goal in 4 hours. And so you get a lot of cool stuff. And that's my buddy Gary. His issue, I believe, is on Crypto Comics, if I'm not mistaken. But you can get the new issue on Kickstarter right now.
Nice. We were actually just talking about Kickstarter while you were gone.
Able to get it. Yeah, you won't be able to get, all the covers we're offering right now and all the stuff. So, I would get it now. It's going really good so far. And my new book is actually, and some of you may have seen it on my screen before everything shut down. I was working on my new book called Biblical Proportions. And it's actually an event, obviously. And it's actually featuring my character Starstruck, but it's also featuring all the characters in Starcross Comics, as well as characters from other comic publishers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's kind of a multiverse thing going on.
Let me see. JR asks if it is a Christian faith publisher.
Oh, so we get that a lot. So a lot of our books that we do will be Christian themed. Just like any movie you might go see that might have a lot of those themes. A lot of us are Christians, but we'll like we have a space comic that is not Christian at all. We have a crime story that actually I did that's not Christian at all. So we do everything. But if some of you guys may remember, if you guys are a little long in the tooth like I am, Marvel actually used to do some Christian comics. A lot of them, actually. They did The Greatest Story Ever Told. They did like The Pilgrim's Progress. They did like, a lot of different Bible stories, whatever. But they weren't considered Christian publisher per se, So if like I did a book on George Washington, or if I did a story on Napoleon, it wouldn't be a political company. But we do get that because we'll do Christian directly Christian stories, and then we'll do action comics that are biblically themed. Like my story, he's a Nephilim, he's half angel, half human, so I play off of Genesis 6 a lot, and the Antichrist. But it could be a mainstream movie that that isn't necessarily a Christian production, but that they're using those themes. I mean, you do like end of world movies and they're going to bring those themes in, like Walking Dead did. There are a lot of end of the world movies that do that. And that's kind of what, we do what we like. And it seems like that's the themes. And a lot of us are Christians, but I think most Christian publications are pretty lame. So we try to shake that stigma, and any Christian publications we do are cool. They're not lame.
Okay.
And, I don't think we would even be able to be in most Christian productions from the stuff we put in our books, but we are not a Christian publisher, but a lot of our books will have Christian themes, and then some of them will be overtly Christian, but again, not lame, just something cool that we came up with. So no, we will do non-Christian books. We will do Christian themed books. Like everything's welcome. I suppose if there was something, say, like anti-Christian, we would probably not want to do that. But if you just had something mainstream, and it's cool, then we would be interested in publishing it, and that we would think is cool. We like a lot of old school stuff. Grew up on Jim Lee's X-Men, and I like anime, I like stuff that's like brutal or, a lot of crazy stuff, but I fancy myself a biblical scholar, unlicensed, but uh, it's good to write what you're knowledgeable at. If you went to school as a doctor and then flunked out, you might want to make a doctor comic. you know, you might want to like do what you're into. What you're knowledgeable about.
All right, all right. So let me see. JR also says that's cool. Was curious. I have a book I bought a long time ago called Archangel. I have a book, great art and story. Books remind me of it. So
yeah, I know
great
the
art
book,
and story.
but I never liked it. I thought it was a little cheesy. I thought it had. Sorry, I'm trying to make this hand thing go away. I don't need it, but it just won't go away. But I never liked it. I wasn't into it. I'm gonna try to reset my canvas, my workspace to comic. Yes. Oh, there we go. Cool. Bigger screen. Excellent. Yeah, I never liked Guardian. What was Guardian? No, Guardian Angels or something. We have a new book from Nigel Kerrigan, and it's called The Guardians, and that's an Angel book. But I think it's cooler. I think all our Angel stuff is way cooler than anyone's done before that I can think of. If there's cooler, then I'll take that into consideration.
So he also asks if you're open to drawing and or publishing a person's book.
Yeah, we get submissions very often. I do turn down a lot just because if I need to be able to basically kind of be going bonkers over your book to really get behind it. It needs to be something that I would totally buy, promote, talk. When I'm talking about other people's books, I could easily be talking about my book. So if I'm taking time to promote your book, I must love it. I must really have a good relationship with you as a creator, and these creators in Starcross, we all become friends, and we all kind of got each other's back, and we really get along with each other, and we just want everyone to succeed in the company. And some creators, they'll be really good, and then they're kind of cocky, and they're kind of not easy to get along with, and that gets hard, even though their book is really good. And I'm like, okay, he's not promoting everyone in the studio. He thinks he's like the greatest thing in the world, and we really like humble guys that are really good. They don't know how good they are, or just people who are willing to learn, willing to get along with the rest of the guys, and just make cool comics and not really, have issues.
Okay.
But yeah, please, anyone wants to send submissions, you can send it to my email. My email is spicemaster77 at gmail.com, comics.com. You might, a lot of times, if there's a book very similar to the stuff we're putting out, and it's good, and it's good art, and it's a good story, then I'm like, oh, we definitely need this. We need this story in our lineup,
Yeah.
So a lot of times we'll,
Yeah.
bend over backwards to say, oh, dude, you got to be publishing with us because your book would fit in so well. But then other times, if a book doesn't fit in, maybe it's something we're lacking. Maybe we need a horror book or another sci-fi book. We're actually trying to start a little sci-fi line. Crazy. And I had 3 submissions, And I actually was like, we really don't have any sci-fi books. I don't know if this would work, but now I'm actually going to try to start a little what do you call it, a little subcategory of space books, so I might just start branching out more space stories. Most of ours started with our hero characters, kind of in a you know some of our, so we don't have mutants, we have what's called crossbreeds in our storylines. And another thing to note, a lot of our, I'd say 90% of our comics are in a combined universe.
Okay.
So if you're buying Red Talon, he's in the same world as God and the same world as the Ebon Guard, and they might have not met yet, but a lot of them are going to be meeting in biblical proportions. So there's that. So that's something cool to look forward to. So after that, there'll be a lot of characters that know each other.
All right. Yeah, I was doing a story a long time ago.
Trying some other
Yeah, I was doing a story a long time ago. Sorry, my sound is a little off. We were combining with a handbook. Like they had characters through a small town. My characters were based off of. So all you could see was like the set, the main set.
Really, that sounds cool.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
Yeah, I love crossovers, so I'm a sucker for that. So, that's just something that's always going to be interesting to me.
All right, Joe says, I love this artwork. Also,
Actually,
everybody, Joe is Kickstarter. Just go there and search Killer of Kings for just $20 Killer of Kings for extras.
Exactly. Yeah, Gary is a great guy. He's only done Killer of Kings #1. This is issue 2. You can get issue 1 with it. And, he wasn't thinking that anybody was going to really, come out for him. And they have. And I really want to show him that people, do like his comic, and that they can make some really cool stuff with it. One second. One second. I gotta M36.
I'd like to actually, real quick, show off your Kickstarter if I could.
I'm gonna try.
All right, looks like we're having a little bit of audio problems.
Colors. If you go to Kickstarter, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. If you go to Kickstarter and put in Killer of Kings, it should come up. Those links are kind of wonky. They don't. They're not necessarily easy to remember.
I'm on it right now. It looks so awesome. Oh man, this art is, everything about it is so cool.
Can you still hear me?
Yes, we can still hear you. Just looking at the variant cover for #2. So you're actually doing them signed and numbered, huh? Joe, did we lose you again? Sorry, we had a little bit of technical difficulties. Hey, Joe, we're back. Yeah, even I got kicked out this time.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, we can hear you. So I'm just showing off. Your Kickstarter.
Oh, you did
right?
too. Okay.
I did. I got kicked out too.
Well, hopefully we can stay on this time.
Oh man, this artwork is amazing. So, what can you tell us about this Killer of Kings?
And I just pick a darker tone, and then I set that to multiply. I don't know if you can still hear.
Yeah, we can still hear you. Can you share your screen? And it looks like he dropped off. Okay. So, yeah. So, okay, once again, what we're doing right now is, as Joe's jumping back on, we're learning how to create a comic from the ground up. What Joe is actually teaching us right now is how to essentially design a character, giving it something unique. Joe, would you be able to show your screen again so we can show off the character design? Joe, can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
No.
Can you hear us? Can you hear us, Joe?
I'm backstage.
Hey, Joe? Ah, the excitement of live vidcast. Let me see. Oh, looks like Joe's gone again. Well, I'll tell you what. Oh, he's back. Hey, Joe. Can you hear me? And it's frozen. So we are definitely having some technical difficulties. So I am sorry about that, folks. Okay. I want you guys to watch out for Joe this Friday at 7 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. He will be joining Jared for a creator spotlight where they're really going to dig into all of his stuff and show off some really cool stuff from Starcross Comics. So, what we'll have to do is we'll have to get with Joe and on the next episode of Creating Comics, which will be next week or even on Monday with the Crypto Comics Couch, we'll have to actually show off his drawing and see if we can kind of fix the technical issues. So I guess that will be it for us tonight. I'm sorry about the technical difficulties. And just remember, stay cool. All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us.